A lot of people want to know about business. They want to know about trepidation. They want to know about, the trepidation that goes along with hand in hand with being in business. Are you afraid? Are you scared? How did you do it? How did you get the gumption? Where's the passion? Fear is a part of being in business. Sometimes I say, if you're not afraid, then you're not pushing hard enough. I don't know that you need to, push so hard that you face the prospect of falling over. You don't want that. But you do have to push. And if you don't, then things can catch up and pass you. So Italian Buttercream I like because it's not too sweet, it's rich but light. The texture is, I just think the texture is a lot better. I think that the Italian Buttercream is a better buttercream. It gives a lot more of what people I hope are looking for in terms of being a gourmet level cake, rather than something that's not novice, but a little bit more beginner level. Making American buttercream, the standard one that people get, is it's very simple. It's not like it's you just put it in a mixer and blend. Italian buttercream, I think, is something that it's a little more standard of professionalism, because you have to use the hot sugar syrup and dip it in meringue, and just more work. So I like it because I think it tastes better. I like it because it's not too sweet. And my customers have said that they like it because it's smooth. They get confused to say, is this Cool Whip? Is it whipped cream? I don't understand what it is. How is it so light and fluffy? It's because it's a lot of meringue that's in there. Yeah. I don't. A lot of times, when I think of artists, my default is paper and pen, or paper and paint. A paintbrush. That's the first thing that pops in my mind. But musicians are artists, and I think anyone that takes something and makes something out of it, takes some items and puts it together, demonstrates art of some sort. And the closer you get to beginning from scratch, I think the more authentic is a little bit of an arrogant kind of term, but so it's not quite what I mean, but there's more to the development, there's more to the creation, Me, trying to make things fit the budget is always a struggle. That's always something that's on my mind. It's always something that I'm trying to come under budget all the time. I don't ever want to be over budget. I don't really want to be right on target. I want to be under it. And I try not to have that vicious, eye out all the time, because it, frankly, scares staff. It scares me. It can scare customers. It can just, it's not a pleasant, fun environment to be around. And since that's so much of what people want to do, frost cupcakes, to have fun, being a hardcore business person isn't fun. But the whole business has to convey that element of fun, and so warding that off is a lot, I guess, of what I do. Could I be better at the soup part of it? Sure. Could I be better at the artistic part of it? Sure. The thing is, before having kids, you had this idea that it would be a terrible shame if you lose your social life in a way, or it'd be a terrible shame if things change and you have to get up in the morning and it's difficult, all that stuff. The kids would in some way interfere with the flow that you had before, and it's more of understanding that your flow before was something that it's not even worth returning to. For me at least, it's nothing I want to go back to. It's nothing I want to return to. Not that it was a waste of time, but it had its time, it had its place, and now I'm in a totally different zone. So I don't see it, and I don't miss it, and I don't think about it. I don't want, I'm perfectly happy taking care of them, waking up in the middle of the night when I have to, you know, whatever it's going to be. I love it. When I'm in the kitchen, I don't recognize, I guess, traditional barriers or boundaries. I mean, you gotta have some, of course. You know, like there's physics involved and there's temperature involved, so you gotta recognize that kind of stuff. But I like to be very open when I'm in the kitchen, and I like to be very open, really, just in general in my life. And I think my cooking is a big reflection of how I kind of view the world. That there are some standards to be recognized, and there are some traditions to be kept and maintained, but life is about pushing beyond those. Life is about, you know, incorporating a variety of different elements to bring it together to see if you can make something new, something that's a little bit better, or at least pushes people's thought. You know, whether it's mixing a certain group of people together so you have a more interesting conversation, or you have different ingredients in there so you have a slightly different taste in the cake that makes people just think a little bit more. That's what I always do in Cake Club, and at least I try to be open to the idea that different ingredients might be a way to have a taste that's more compelling than the traditional standard taste.